Welcome back, everybody. So we're gonna do some experience right now. We missed experience last week for orcs and
Just
stuff.
orcs.
Um,
But yeah.
so you got the bear, you got the orcs, you got the bugbear, you got the bear that you avoided, you got the centaurs that you avoided. Those are considered successful encounters for experience.
You don't get
No,
full experience for slaying. Like if you talk your way out of getting eaten by a great worm, you don't get full experience, right?
no, but you do get
Yeah.
experience. Yeah. No experience for dragon.
Experience for finding
The
Pelumbra
cave bear
or the
and
lower rift.
yeah, experience for getting to Flumbra. So all in all, you get a total of what's that? 3,500
Divided by 2
divided by two.
is 1750.
Sure.
1750. So I'm going to level up as of 1750 plus 3529. 5279.
Does that
So
level
that
your
levels
fighter
me
up?
as a fighter. Levels
Yeah.
my fighter. My priest is still level. So they're both level 3. I get a new weapon proficiency actually, which I will save. We'll talk about that in a sec. So let's roll. So I get a +1 to hit,
Oh,
and then roll for HP. So it'll be D10 divided D10 plus 5 divided by 2. Rolling. Eesh. And Neil gets his revenge.
it's about time. I think you rolled a 10 and a 9 on your fighter HP before.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 more HP. Averaging that out. Yeah. Okay. And I get a new weapon proficiency, which I will leave open. Because So one of our house rules is that you sort of need to justify your proficiencies and like train for them or whatever. But just to give you a heads up, I will use that on some kind of armor. So either I will get a plate mail proficiency or I will do a shield proficiency,
Not
shield
a
specialization.
chainmail. Like you.
I'm currently proficient in chainmail.
Oh, okay, cool.
I may get a plate mail proficiency if I can get my hands on some plate mail, or if I decide to go shield and magic club, if the magic club sticks around, I may do shield specialization. I'll see, but I'm leaving that slot open for armor shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I get from leveling up, right? HP, hit bonus. I use my pre-save, so nothing on that front. All right, cool.
All right. So you spend a couple days there, resting, relaxing, chilling, and maxing.
So do they treat me at all, or should I heal myself?
No, they do not treat you. Although the head of the order, whose name I've already forgotten because it was a stupid elven name, does come back to you and cast a repair injury on your foot.
And that works?
Work. Your foot is magically healed.
All right. Okay. So I will the second day memorize 2 cause light, 1 cause moderate wounds. Granted?
Okay. Yeah.
Aw, 1 HP. Second one. 1 HP.
Dem ones.
9 HP. So 11 total. Do I have another day?
No. Not yet.
No?
I mean, you will have more days in the future, but wait, was that just the first day?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you have one more. Sorry, I thought that was 2 days worth of healing.
Okay. Fail on 8.
Nice.
And 2, another 1.
All
So
the ones. Better get them out of
all
the
of
way
the
right now.
ones. 11. Wait. At 11 plus 12 is 23. I'm down 1, which is fine. And used up all of my spells first 2 days.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, during the intermediate time, I will be sort of hanging around the ground with the priests, getting a feel for what their order does. Do they have free time to chat with me? Do they shun me?
They do have free time to chat with you. What conversations would you like to have?
Um, seeing it, I mean, they don't seem to have any guesses as to what is going on with me.
The lower member of the orders have plenty of guesses. There's great speculation and seems to be the talk of the temple. They also don't often get visitors, so
Yeah.
But just about everyone in the order has their own idea of what might be going on.
Okay. Do any of them give me their theories, or do they?
Oh yeah, lots of theories. Uh, some people think that your soul has been stolen by another person, and that you have been given this weird undeath while they've been given a weird unlife or something like that. Some people believe that your soul has just been taken to Furlumbra, like it's typical undead, but in a different way. Someone thinks that your soul's been stolen by someone on the negative material plane,
Hmm.
which is why you've got such a strong tie there. There are all sorts of theories. There are many others. Some of them from the younger members are not necessarily all that well baked.
Yeah. Interesting ideas. Okay. And then I would like to sort of ask what the order is all about, like what they do here. Are they just guarding the rift,
They,
protecting it? I mean, like,
I mean, they're monks. It's their job to study and learn and work with. I mean,
okay.
what is it? What does any monastery do for a religion?
Sure, but
They-
most monasteries are not built on top of a rift to the after
Yeah.
the underworld. Yeah.
they-
What is their like? I don't know, recruiting admission policy like, and their hierarchy? Like, do they just accept anyone that shows up? Do they?
No, there's an application process and there's a training process, and you don't like you become a cleric of Falumbra elsewhere, and then you be like, hey, I want to go study at the lower rift,
Okay.
and then you need the word from your superiors. It's a good okay, and then it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it can be done. There's just very few people who want to come out here, so most of the people who do want to come out here end up being here.
Okay. All right, that pretty much answers most of what I was asking. By the way, Ferris, the black mage, did mention that he may meet me out here. I don't know if you recall that conversation. If you
Yeah,
wanted to.
he said he might meet you out
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah. So just a reminder. If,
Yeah.
Like rolling to see who would show up or whatever.
The head of the order comes back to you
On the second day or on the third day?
second day,
Okay.
afternoon on the second day, and he's like, well, I've done some divining and some looking into the matter. We can. There is a ritual we can do that will see if someone's soul has passed through this place. I don't know how it will function. Usually, you bring an item of a dead person or a piece of a dead person's hair or flesh and cast a spell on that. And I guess we can just do it on you in general. I don't. Normally, the person is definitely dead, so I don't know how this will work with you. I assume it will work the same way as it tracks your soul.
Okay. Would you like to use me or my hair?
He walks up to you and plucks a piece of hair out of your head.
Okay.
Just this, and he walks over to on this side of the room in a alcove. There's a it looks like a what do you call it, a bird bath sort of thing, or a how you hold holy water in a normal church.
Yeah.
It's just like a thingy, a wide brimmed bowl on a pedestal, and he dips the hair in there and it says some chants some words for a few minutes, and walks over to the rift and tosses the hair in the air, and it kind of floats down and falls into the rift. Which, by now you've looked at, just an endless crack that goes God knows how far down.
The pit version 2.0?
Version 1.0, this came before the pit.
Okay.
Um, and nothing happens at all. He looks over at you and says, well, your soul has not passed through the rift. How long ago was it that you came this way?
Scratching my beard. Time has lost its meaning. I would guess no more than several months.
Well, usually these things are quite quick. Soul moves at a consistent speed and ignores all barriers, so...
Do you... So it's most likely not even on its way here. It is.
If it has
trapped
been
elsewhere?
several months and you say you've come from the pit,
Mm-hmm.
all souls move at a constant rate. A human soul moves just as quickly as a dwarven soul. And typically, riders must, set out from wherever a person has died and come here on horseback in order to reach us before the soul does. If you, as a dwarf, and I
Crippled
mean
one
no
at
offense
that.
to this, yes, a crippled dwarf with the slow movement rate, I would expect it to have gotten here long, long before you. So either it has slowed, it has been trapped and not on its way here, or it is somewhere else. But I can promise you, your soul is still in this world.
Do you have any suggestions for how to find it? How to reunite with it?
I would look at the source of the problem. You said that you were given some cursed money and you fought a skeleton, and that is what caused this.
I'm not entirely sure what caused this, but that's the events that transpired immediately before.
I would go back to where you came from. I would go back to the pit. I would guess someone there has your soul or a mechanism to store it. It's possible it's been trapped in a phylactery or perhaps taken by some outer planes deity or object, but something from the outer planes would be. I don't know why an outer plane creature would steal your soul and then just abandon you. It seems unlikely to me. Can you tell? Are there any more details that you're holding back?
There have been others, I say.
Others with this same condition?
I nod. They all wait in the pit. There are lost souls down there.
Interesting.
And many of them seemed like they have been like this for years.
Do they have a leader?
I guess by default that would be me.
Excuse me?
I slew their leader. He was a priest of Malchus who was in their same condition. Upon his passing, I suppose I took his place, but I have given them no orders. They just wait.
Unfortunate that he is slain. He might have held answers. Do you have any other questions for him? Any other information you're looking to get?
I don't think so, not unless he has. Yeah. I guess I would ask if he had any other thoughts or suggestions, but seems like he doesn't know a whole lot. He only knows quite a bit, but not about what I want to know. I'll ask him if there's anything he wishes of me while I'm here. His information and his aid has been invaluable. If there's any explorations you would wish to do,
You would let us, forgive this term, but experiment?
within reason, and only insofar as to pay back for the aid you have given me.
Do you feel pain?
Oh, yes, of course.
Do you feel hunger or thirst?
No, nor the need for sleep.
You are a cleric. How do you memorize spells if you do not rest?
I need to clear my mind with the usual sorts of meditation and prayer, but otherwise, I don't need sleep. I am only granted congress with my god every day or so, still.
You previously said the sunlight affected you negatively.
Yes, yes, it is.
Have there been any other negative associations, or
I believe I told you that certain holy places repel me,
yes,
certain holy symbols burn me.
yes, interesting. Well, I have no more questions for you presently. I wish you the best of luck. I will definitely write these down in the scriptures or in our writings. And interesting.
Well, thank you for your time.
Good luck, Sir Balrog.
Yes, Balrog Blacksteel,
Yes.
and I am no knight.
Well, clearly. They say goodbye to you, and where do you go?
Oh, yeah, I'll ask one of them what the best way out of here is. Would I be best to head north, east?
Through the forest. Let's get our map up. Most people come from Riftwatch to the northeast.
Just because it's safer?
It's usually safer, but also there's many guards there and scouts that know the way. It's the most well-traveled path, and with the people who know the journey the most, we get our supplies from Riftwatch as well.
Do you have a supply train that I could travel back with?
No, the last train came a week ago. We are not expecting one for another 3 weeks.
Then if there are supply trains, I could probably find some wagon tracks, no? To follow?
Yes, there are roots in the ground, but it is the untamed forest, and the wagons only come so often. The roots are not. I mean, you won't lose your way, but it is still dangerous.
I'm used to
Bugbears
danger.
patrol these woods, and other
I can deal
beasts
with
as well.
bugbears.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, where do you go? You just head northeast?
Yeah, I'll probably leave right away.
Okay. And
head northeast. Try to shoot a straight shot to Riftwatch as best as they described it. Wristwatch.
and I guess you travel by day, travel by night, travel day and night.
Yeah. Travel by day and night. I will memorize spells after, I guess, the following morning.
Okay. That endurance proficiency with the 19 constitution and the lack of need for sleep. Just run everywhere, nonstop.
Yep.
You're a beast.
Still barely making better progress than just normal unencumbered human would, traveling only a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay. So you travel.
Okay. As soon as I get a chance, cause light, cause fear, and produce flame.
Okay.
So do I get that memorized before whatever you're rolling up happens?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and I would have gained 1 HP just from rest at the place, huh?
Yes. 2.
Okay, so I'm at full.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is what I'm looking for here? All right, we're gonna go with. Cool. So you are walking. You find the wagon ruts. They're fairly well marked near the entrance to the lower rift, and you follow them. 2 days pass on your journey.
Do I lose them at all, or do they
I
pretty
mean, you
much?
lose them here. You pick them up here. You see signs of passage there. There's a scarf tied to a branch. It's not terribly difficult to follow.
Mm-hmm.
But on your third day, on the third day of your journey, you come across the remains of a broken down wagon. It looks like it's been broken and shattered, and you find a couple of corpses nearby. They are human, dressed in what looks to be some sort of uniform, and they are armed. Although there's like a sword over here, but there's still like a dagger at the belt. It looks like some sort of battle took place here.
What looks like
The
killed them?
bodies look like they've been bludgeoned and smashed.
Okay. Are they and have animals picked them to bits? Can I guess?
Yes.
So
I mean, they haven't like ripped apart, but they still have armor on them. So the helmet here or like the chainmail here prevents the bodies from being too badly mangled. What was the other question?
Nothing really. I was just okay. I'll search the wagon. Is it pretty much empty?
The wagon has absolutely nothing in it. Whatever supplies are in the wagon are gone, or there never were any supplies.
Yeah, this is probably the supply wagon coming from the lower rift. Interesting. Okay.
Did you do anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, like I'll search, but it sounds like they've probably been looted.
Give me a perception check.
RD20 plus 10. 21.
You notice there are drag marks, like something has been pulled away from where this is.
There was a horse attached to the wagon at one point, right?
At one point, probably 2 horses actually.
Okay. Do I think the drag marks are horse or from the
No,
horse?
they.
Or the horse is here?
No, these are actually the drag marks start ahead of the wagon, and
Okay.
it's very broad. It's actually it looks like another wagon has been dragged away, like the whole wagon.
I'm curious. So I'll follow the drag marks.
Okay.
With
Um,
maul in hand.
the drag marks only go so far until you lose them, but you keep wandering, looking, and you find clear evidence of something in this area. You find lots of branches, like fairly thick branches of trees that have just been snapped, or pushed aside or bent or something. And after you start looking for these signs, you manage to follow a fairly clear path. Something large has moved through here, because some of these branches are like 8 feet up and they're broken. They're
Can I get
fairly
a rough estimate of the size? So 8 feet or so in diameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You follow the marks for. I guess it takes you the better part of an hour when you come to the drag marks lead to this kind of like a cave that goes into the ground. It's more like a depression or a sinkhole, but at like an angle. There's not much of a hill behind it to go into. And as you approach the front, you see that the grass is fairly dead in the area. There's a lot of tracks. Something clearly lives in here and dragged a wagon and probably a few people there, because you only saw 3 corpses and 2 wagons. You would expect more than 3 people to be on.
So did you say there was like a cave entrance?
Yeah, it's like a cave entrance.
How wide?
12 feet wide, 15 feet tall. It's a fairly large, like, hole in the ground that just like sinks in.
Curious.
And out comes a bigger cave bear. Just kidding. I stole that from chat.
Take a peek inside of the cave.
It's very dark in the cave. The entrance goes down
I have
at an
information,
angle.
right?
Yeah.
So okay. I'll at least poke a little ways into it.
Okay. You hear some voices coming from within inside.
Ooh. Do I
They are
understand?
deep voices, and it sounds like two people having a conversation. You do not understand the language. Wait,
Okay.
hold on.
Orc or hobgoblin?
You speak orc or
Or dwarf?
hobgoblin?
Yeah.
All right, you recognize a few goblin words in here.
All right. So I will.
You can understand about 25% of the conversation.
Okay.
It
Some
sounds like they're
bugbear, maybe
they're
goth,
discussing what they want
troll
to
speak.
eat.
All right. What do they want to eat?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You can only really get 25% of the conversation.
So I will descend the cave, I think.
Okay. All right, I gotta these. We either have to not use these overlays anymore or get them fixed because the profile, the face section is just too small. It's awkward. Um,
Do I need to adjust my camera or
no,
something?
no. I keep adjusting it for us, but
Okay.
need to fix overlays. Bad overlays are bad. Um, sorry, what were you saying?
I'm going down the cave.
All right, you go down the cave. You find 30 feet in a discarded head of a horse. It's literally just the head. The neck is not attached to it at all. And there's like a leg that's been picked to pieces as well. You travel further, and the cave entrance curves to the left. You must be 40 feet underground now, and opens up into a fairly large room. There is light coming from a few torches put in the walls, and these are large torches. And you see, seated in the center of a cave, a must be like 12 or 13-foot tall, although it's seated, so you can't tell, two-headed giant. You also see a small wooden cage in the back, in which there are a couple of people and a few horses, and you see the shattered remains of a couple of wagons.
So it's just one creature talking to itself.
Yes.
Ooh, wow. Shattered remains, you said?
Shattered remains of a few wagons scattered about the room.
I'm just peeking around the corner, I hope.
Right. It's the creature's
crouch.
back is to you.
Okay. Do I see any treasure hoard?
Any treasure
Anything
hoard?
like like is there like a pile of cash in the corner or some chests maybe?
You see a very large knapsack slumped over on the side of the room against one of the walls. God knows what's in there. But your mind is racing with gold and silver and gems and magic malls. +5 Vorpal malls.
Lies, I don't believe you.
There's a Vorpal mall in there, I promise. All you have to do is kill the etin.
Can't remember the creature's stats, but that would be metagaming, even if I could.
That would be such metagaming.
I do get +4 AC versus the bastard.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
I know that. That's a racial feature. So is it just an open chamber? You said he's got
Yeah,
a
it's
seat
just
of some
a
kind?
big open room. There's a torch on the wall and a small fire. I mean, small for that and fairly large for you going down in the center of the room. The smoke seems to not be filling the room, so there must be some exit for it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. How many people are in the cage?
Give me a perception check.
23?
You notice there are 12 people in the cage.
Oh,
Half of them look like soldiers. The other half look like civilians.
all right. Where is the cage in relation to me and Etin?
It is on the opposite side of the etin and the fire. They are against the back wall. You also notice none of these soldiers have weapons on them.
Yeah.
And most of them aren't even wearing chainmail anymore.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to, as quietly as I can, try and circle strafe around the outside of the room towards the cage with the prayer to cause fear ready on my lips in case I need it.
There's no maximum creature size that can be affected by cause fear.
I don't think so. I mean, his save is going to be much better. I mean, we can. I would if you're going to rule something on that, I would like to know it now.
Yeah, I would tell you in advance.
But I mean, I think it's one creature
It is just one creature.
or one creature per 4 levels.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
So you start circle
that's
strafing.
crazy. I mean, so you could fear a dragon.
Yeah, 5% chance to fear a
Although
dragon.
there are a lot of creatures that are immune to fear.
Yeah, but if it's not immune to fear,
Yeah.
So a 15% chance to fear a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. You've got to spend a round doing it. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, a group of 20 clerics with just cause fears memorized could keep a dragon at bay for a very long time.
I mean, like, it's not entirely obvious what happens with the fear. I mean, like,
Yeah,
if
actually,
you panic. I mean, but if you corner it, it'll probably fight,
of course,
depending on the creature.
I would also rule that. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous that a cleric could.
It's magic.
Yeah,
Divine intervention.
I know. I just don't like it. I don't want my dragons to be feared. I want my dragons to be feared, but not to have fear caused on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start circle strafing around the room.
Mm-hmm. As quietly as a dwarf in chainmail.
When you're moving around fairly quickly, the head on the right shoulder turns and sees you and goes, "Who goes there, little dwarf?"
How far am I from the cage?
You did not get very far at all. You got like 20 feet. The cage is still like 80 feet from you. And the etin stands up.
I'm going to cast Cause Fear and continue moving towards the cage.
Okay. It reaches for one of the logs, or two of the logs in the fire. Let's do an initiative roll. How does combat work? Do they?
Ooh, 11. That wasn't a ready to action, though, was it?
No. Okay. I guess it just gets one initiative roll. I didn't know if it would get 2 or 1. It gets just 1. 11.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you go first.
Okay. Cause Fear. Saving throw versus spell.
Oh, you bastard. Oh,
Oh shit, hold on. Let me roll my spell failure.
Oh, thank God. I don't know if this is
guarantees.
how this...
Pass. Okay, so it goes off.
Okay. Dice is... Oh, no! It failed by 1! It failed by 1!
Woo!
The end goes...
4 rounds.
And as you...
Hear me.
You've strafed past the entrance. D4 rounds or D4 plus 1?
D4.
All right, so it starts to back up to the other wall of the cave, going, "Little dwarf!" And then, what do you do as it starts to back up?
I run to the cage, and I want to...
It runs out the front door.
Okay. Is it only one cage?
Yeah, it's just one big cage.
Is there a lock on it?
It is bound closed with rope.
Okay. I pull a knife from my belt, and I cut it. Yeah.
Okay. You easily open up the door on the cage, no problem. And the people inside go, "Oh my God!"
I stand in the entrance to the cave, so I don't let all the people out immediately. So I want to speak to them real quick before I get out of the way.
Okay.
I say, all right, we've only got a few minutes before the giant comes back. If we want to get out of here with our lives, we are going to have to work together. And I have 2 clubs and a knife, which I will give to the fighters.
Okay.
I said, the rest of you, if you can find makeshift weapons, we have to work together, says the 5 charisma dwarf.
Okay.
All right, so I step
The
out of the way.
soldiers take your 2 clubs and your knife. You're giving them a magical club and your throwing club.
No.
Just the throwing clubs.
I have 2 throwing clubs and a knife. I do not give them the magical clubs.
Okay.
I keep the magical club in my bag and use my maul. Are there any weapons in the cave? I'm going to run over to the sack real quick.
Okay.
And open it up.
You get to the sack and you notice that as you like go to open it, it's a huge sack. You know, it's as big as you are. And as you like move it to the side to open up, you notice that it is actually sitting on top of a fairly large box as well.
Okay. How large?
3 by 5 by 4. 3 by 5 by 2.
Is it locked?
No.
All right. Where are the people going? Are they?
The fighters are leading the way, and everyone else is standing behind them.
But they are. Are they heading out the exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're heading towards the door. Towards the entrance. They haven't actually left yet.
I'm gonna flip open the box and then take a peek in the bag. If it's treasure, you don't necessarily need to roll for it. I'm just trying
the bag has copper and silver in it. The box has gold, lots of gold, and no. Some gems, some jewelry, some gems and jewelry in the chest.
For a second, my dwarf heart skips a beat, and I contemplate stuffing all the jewelry into my pants, but I decide better of it, and we'll come back for this after the fight. And so I will jog up to reach the rest of the group.
Okay, everyone is centered around the front. The fighters say, all right,
I'll join the front line with the fighters.
Do you think we can actually take this?
I think we can.
It killed all of our... It killed everyone else. It's eaten some of the horses.
I say us dwarves are experts at fighting giants.
If you say so. And at this point, the etin you can hear it thundering back down the cave, and it goes, "Wait a minute! You're just a little man! I'm not afraid of you!" And it rounds the bend towards you guys.
How many of them are there?
1?
Okay.
I mean,
how many of the people are there?
There are a dozen, half of which are soldiers.
I say, all right, I am going to try and tank the blows. You all are going to overbear this giant. All of you just need to jump on him at once and bring him to the ground.
Just
let me play the bait.
Wait, the people say, just jump on the giant? He's huge.
Let the soldiers direct the way, but there are 12 of you. Overbear. It's in the book. It's a move you can do. All right. I step out in front.
Okay. Well, let's do initiative. I'm just going to roll initiative for all the other people on 1 die, rather than doing it separately. So that's the people. That's the etin.
12 for me.
Okay.
So I tell them to wait until whatever. Okay. So I was trying to step out front and have.
Yeah. So they wait for you.
I say,
go for it.
All right. I shout, "You think I'm just a little dwarf? Come and get me!" And I rush up to meet him. Do I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. I'm gonna bop him on the toe with my maul.
Pop him on the toe.
2. I'm level 3 now. 18.
18 is a hit.
Max damage, 10.
Seriously? Already?
Yep.
Oh my god, that life. Okay. 10 damage. Then the 2 soldiers with clubs come up to it. They both miss. The soldier with a knife goes into attack, misses, or stabs and doesn't do any damage. Then we have, what is that? That's 9 people left for an overbear. The soldiers actually rally the people together much better than you thought.
Much better than I do.
Much better than you do. Also, it seems that they all were in the same caravan, and they kind of just naturally follow the soldiers' orders. Some of the people are kind of terrifying, but they have this momentary burst of courage. We'll see how long it lasts. Remember, most of these people are like...
I'm guessing it lasts one round until the etin just destroys them all with its opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Because remember, most of these people are just like random priests and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Overbearing forces resolve. So the etin gets an attack of opportunity against as many people as it can get, right?
Yeah, which is shit. I always forget. It'll get as a warrior, so it'll be based on hit dice. I think it's 3 + 1 per 5 levels or something weird like that.
Right. So that's going to be 4 opportunity attacks on each arm because the two-headed etin, and then 1 controls each arm.
Really?
Yes.
So 8. So it can get on all but 1, I think.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and it gets a ridiculous bonus to hit because it's huge. All right, so it hits 8 people.
Shit. I want to double check. That seems like an awful lot of opportunity attacks to make it in one go.
Well, it's only because each head controls a separate arm. If it was a single creature, it'd only be able to make 5. But you do get opportunity attacks on an overbear.
I believe so. Yeah. Don't you remember your kobolds?
Yeah, I remember my kobolds.
Never forget.
Oops.
Maybe there's a rule for how many opportunity attacks monsters get that is different from fighters. Because you're not a fighter. It's not a fighter, so... I can't find opportunity attacks. It's chapter 1 of combat and tactics, but I don't see it anywhere. I must have missed it.
I'm looking at PHB.
Critical hits, knockdowns, high ground, knockdown, melee damage, dying mounts, cover, rear flank, movement, status, informal, fatigue, retreat, marching, magic item withdrawal, sprint, run, parry, move, guard, cover, charge, attack, spell, actions, overruns. Do you see it anywhere?
I don't know. No, I'm not seeing it yet.
Alright, let's look at...
Upon enclosed in, it says chapter 1 of combat and tactics. Let's... Attacks of opportunity. A creature can't make more than one opportunity.
Page 13.
Yeah, page 13. I'm looking at it now. Warriors and monsters can make 3 attacks of opportunity plus 1 per 5 levels or hit dice. I don't think that an etin should get 1 for each head, though.
Why not?
It's a single creature.
Having 2 heads...
Warriors and monsters. Unless there's something very specific.
In combat, an etin has 2 attacks. Because each of its 2 heads controls an arm, an etin does not suffer an attack penalty for attacking with both arms. And then always attacks with 2 large clubs, often covered with spikes. These weapons do different damages for each arm. Blah blah blah. I don't see any
So you're
It's
treating
unusual.
it as two. You're treating it as 2 creatures.
I'm treating for purposes of attacks. I'm treating it as 2 different creatures because each head controls a different arm.
I don't have much more of an argument to make other than it's 1 creature. So I would rule.
Okay.
I don't. But you're the DM, so
Yeah,
final
I'm gonna say
monsters get warrior. So it's 3 + 1 per 5.
so. That's yeah. So this downs 1 person. 1 person makes it through. Well, 2 people have made it through now. 1 person dies. 1 person dies, and then all right. So of the 8 opportunity attacks that it gets to make, 8 of them hit, and 5 people fall. So there's only 4 people left
Okay.
to make the overbear attack.
Or is that including the one that didn't get hit or didn't get
Yes,
attacked?
that including the one that did not get attacked.
All right. So they get to make a roll to hit at THAC0 of their best member, which is probably just 20, +1 for each additional, so +3 against AC 10, unless there's Dex or Magic.
Opposed strength check to see if the defender
The largest attacker,
plus
ouch, a +4 for the side. This is not going to work out
this is
well.
not going to work.
+1 per addition. Okay, so roll to hit at +3.
Critical hit.
Yeah! Can we give them a bonus to the
Yeah, I'll give them a
strength
bonus.
check?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So the
strength
etin gets to make a strength check.
at +4 per side.
Plus
So is it
8.
okay?
What is the strength of an etin?
If it's not explicitly said, it's probably like 18.
Yeah, I'll just say 18 because it's
Plus 8.
the smaller of the giants. Actually,
Mhm.
wait, what's
Monsters can be assumed to have a strength of 3.5 points per size category. So unless it's got strength bonuses, I would just give it 14 for large or 17 for huge.
okay? Yeah, I was gonna say 17 for huge because it's only 13 feet tall, and I think hill giants have 18 strength or something.
19.
19 and okay,
And they're the
smallest.
but Etin is
Does it
small.
say what mountain giants have in terms of strength?
Oh, I think they have 20 actually.
Okay,
But this is
because
not.
mountain giants are only 14 feet tall, but hill giants are 16. Ettins are only 13. So 17 makes sense to me, actually.
Yeah, that's what it would be just for a huge creature.
Yeah. All right. So 17 plus
A mountain
8.
is not actually on here. A mountain is probably
Yeah.
19 as well.
All right. 17
Hill,
plus 8 is plus
So 25.
25 on its
Mm-hmm.
check.
And these guys are going to get, I think, 10 for being size medium. Or you could roll if you feel like it. You could just average to a 10.
Yeah, I was just going to say 10.
Plus 3 for the extra of them, and then bonus for the crit.
I'm going to use 12. The strength of the highest fighter is strength 12. So 12
Okay.
plus 3.
Yeah, for the numbers. So 15,
So 7. Yeah, 15.
and then whatever bonus you want to give for them critting.
15 oh, I was going to do a plus 4 for that. So plus 19 versus plus 25.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the Eden's roll. Natural 20.
The Etin rolled an actual 20.
Yes, and the people rolled a
Oh,
natural
fuck.
14. Overbear fails.
Okay. Are they still hanging on him, though?
They're hanging around his ankles.
Yeah. Nice.
The Eden's turn. The Eden swings one arm at each of the people
I
around his
taunt
ankles.
it. I say, get me, you bastard.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're the only one to actually hurt
can't
it.
hit me. Yep, I smacked him on the toe. And I'm definitely leaving. I'm actually trying to run through his legs to get up on his backside. But he'll probably turn around to get me.
So you get a plus 4 to AC against these guys.
So I have AC 19.
Can you get plus 1 to AC anywhere in there? Any other reasons why you should get plus 1 to hit their AC?
He's got a bunch of guys hanging on him. Does that give him a penalty to hit?
No, they're just around his ankles.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You sure? I can't think of anything. All right.
Unless it's
He
dark.
hits with both arms.
Both. Yeesh.
One arm, almost min damage. Deals, what is it, 6 to you,
Mm-hmm.
and the other club swings in and deals 10 to you.
Okay.
Initiative.
Okay.
So here's for the people. Here's for the etin. And what is your initiative, sir?
9.
Okay, you go very first. Wow.
Critical. Is that a crit?
That does clear by 5. Yeah.
All right. 2d10. Ouch. 6 damage.
6 damage
All
to the etin. Saving
get-
throw versus death
Yeah.
is a pass.
Okay.
The humans with the clubs
Mm-hmm.
swing at him, missing. The knife guy takes a stab and misses. The remaining 4 people, let's see. 2 of them are wounded soldiers. One of them is a wounded civilian. One of them is an unwounded civilian.
I'd say
The
I
civilians
the
fucking
civilians tend to the wounded.
I'll give them a morale check, but it's not going to go well. No. The civilians run. They're already on his legs, so they just run through his legs and out the door.
Okay.
The soldiers actually hold a morale check. And one of them starts crawling up his leg. Let's give him a climbing check, which does not go well. He loses grip and falls back down. And the other one just tries to bite that. Natural 20 on his bite. He successfully
Yes!
bites the etin for
Bite his
what?
toe off.
D3 damage for a bite?
2d3. It's critical, right?
It's a natural 20. It's not a critical.
Okay.
D3 damage for a bite. 3 damage. He bit the etin for 3 damage.
Yes, I cheer the guy on. Say, that's the spirit. Take him down. All right.
Again, swings one club at the guy who's biting him and goes, "Oh, get off my leg!" And just probably crushes him to death. Yeah, it just beats the guy to death with a club. And
I love
the other
these
club
torments to their death.
swings at you. Natural 1. Misses.
Lose the club. Lose the club.
Fails his save versus death, and he bashed himself so hard in the shin trying to beat off the other guy that he's like stumbling and limping around and missed his attack on you. I'm gonna say so he was off balance and penalty of 2 to attacks next round.
Yeah. All right, my second attack.
Second attack, bring it on.
21.
Wow.
Is that a crit?
If you can get a +1 in there somewhere.
He just hit himself in the shin. Am I behind him? I mean, I should be behind. If I could have run between his legs, get behind. I said I was trying to do that.
Yeah, I'll give you a
Never really
flank attack
resolved.
on that.
Yeah.
He's moving around, so you couldn't really get behind, but I'll give you a flank.
Flank.
Yeah.
18.
Oh my god!
That's the money shot.
You don't get a
Save
flank.
versus
I
death.
take back the flank.
You just gonna give him 9 then? You can't take it back after the fact.
I know it was a joke.
All right. Save versus death.
Oh my god. Oops, that's the wrong die size. You actually gonna do this? Pass save versus death.
Passes. Okay.
Yes. Holy
Yes, I'm gonna
shit.
take this bastard down.
Initiative. Okay, so you've crushed, like you've battered his ankles and feet and shins and knee badly enough that, in addition to his like off balance for that last round, he kind of like drops down to one knee. And just like, oh, little man, you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Give me an initiative roll.
Yeah.
Oh God.
8.
You go first. Damn it.
11 is not going to do it.
No, it is not. All right.
Soldiers?
Soldiers. Clubs. Critical miss and a miss. Critical miss is really bad. He drops his weapon. He loses his club completely.
That was my club, bastard.
And guy with the knife misses too. What do we
Biter. Oh, is Biter dead?
Biter tries to bite again.
The other
He
guy's
rolls
dead.
an 18. He successfully bites
Biter!
the etin again.
Go
Holy
Biter!
shit! What the fuck? This guy's hacking
Biter's a
3 damage
legend.
again. The other guy, now that the etin's down on one knee, tries to climb up to his head. He climbs up to his head and just starts pounding onto the back of him.
Punch him in the eye.
Rolls a 17, successfully punches the etin for D2 damage. 2 damage. Initiative.
Etin didn't go.
Etin goes, that's right. Oh, thank God. I was like,
-2
this
to
is
hit.
bullshit. -2 to hit. I can't fucking biter. Seriously? You can't bite an etin. I was kind of joking, but
Those rolls, you can't deny him.
you can't deny those rolls. All right. He swings a club at you.
I'm taunting and rolling.
Fuck. Misses you
Even
with one
around
club.
19
Other club
AC.
swings at you. Natural 20.
Shit. 19
That's a
AC.
total of,
What's his
with a
bonus?
penalty of 2 to hit, that's a total of 28 against you. And your AC is 19?
Yeah, that'll crit.
That's a double crit.
It's not a double crit.
No, it's a single crit.
Yeah, single crit.
Okay.
This still might be able to bring me down.
Oh, yeah, definitely 4d8.
4d8?
He does 2d8 with one club, 3d6 with the other club.
That's absurd.
You 3 and 7, 5 and 2. You take 15.
It's a shit ton. That still almost brings me down.
Save versus death. You better pass this because size huge is ridiculous severity dice.
Oh.
D10 for location. Is that a 1? That's a 1. And 2d6 for severity. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's 2d6. Weapon is 2 sizes larger.
No, weapon is size large. It's a size large club. He's not. It's not his size. It's the weapon size.
Yeah, I guess
Size
it is a
large.
size
It's
large.
one size
club.
larger.
All right, fine. 2d6. You could still die with this. This can still kill you. Oh shit! 6 on one, and I dropped the other one.
Oh no, it's not okay.
I
You have
dropped
to
the other
reroll
one.
those.
Hold on, I gotta just re-roll the one that dropped. 6 and 1. And a 1 on location. Bludgeoning humanoid 1, 7.
Another broken foot, I bet.
Armor damaged, leg injured if target has no armor to cover legs.
I have armor. I have armor.
Yeah. Armor damaged.
Okay. Good thing I'm an armor smith.
And 1/4 move.
Is there 1/4 move, or is that if
It
there's
says
no
armor damaged, comma, leg injured if target has no armor to cover legs, comma, 1/4 movement.
I think it's only the leg injured 1/4 move if there's no armor.
Yeah,
Since I have
probably.
armor, it just breaks my armor, whatever that means.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna say that your armor needs to be repaired, and at this point, no longer protects you.
At all?
Well, I mean, how do you do armor damaged if?
You could look at
Otherwise.
partial, like you could just
Partial
say
plate?
no legs or whatever.
All right,
and
so I'll give you
so some AC
A
penalty.
penalty of 2 to your AC.
Okay.
Yeah. Initiative rolls.
I'm gonna drop back and heal myself. Well, yeah, I'll take a step back and heal myself. D10 plus, I think it's still 5. 12. Let me double check the weapon speed of. Yeah, 5. 12.
Brian, did you get 2 attacks that round?
I don't think so. I
don't
thought I
think so
took 2 the
either.
round before.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, I think you did. You get 2 attacks this round.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I'll. Should I YOLO? Do I YOLO or do I heal myself?
Right? Hold on.
I can't. I'm the only one using roll 20, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, but you can look by the initiative rolls.
Yeah.
So D10 plus 5, and then you roll to hit, and you
So
roll
I
to
only
hit.
did one
Yeah,
attack that round, but the round before,
you made 2 attacks.
did I?
Yeah, you did 2 criticals on the round before. Yeah.
So, all right, I'll be attacking then. Chat says YOLO.
You gonna YOLO it?
I'm gonna YOLO it.
You all right?
So
Initiative.
12. Do I go? Yeah, 12.
No, the fighters go first.
Okay.
The club fighters miss. Knife fighter misses. Biter 13 is a miss. The guy who climbed on his back pummels him again
Yeah.
for 1 damage.
Okay. Attacking. Do I go before the etin?
Yes, you do. That has +9 to initiative. He goes at 13.
18.
You hit.
9 damage.
You killed the Etin.
Woo! Ooh, YOLO swag. Good advice, chat. Good advice.
Oh, the Etin crumbles to the ground.
I take the second attack anyways. There was some temporary damage in there.
Roll the hit.
Why do I need to roll the hit? He's dead.
Fine, just do it anyway. Roll dice.
19.
See, that's why you rolled a hit.
It's not a crit though. It's not
No,
natural.
the Etin sways
Another 8 damage.
and
Finish
topples to the
him.
ground. Its head's clanging and cracking.
I give Biter a high 5 or a low 5 because I'm so short.
Biter is just spitting and going. It's disgusting.
I hand him a vial of holy water. I say, here's some holy water.
He washes
You
his
earned
mouth
it.
out with it.
Erasing a whole vial of holy water from my character sheet. Biter earned it.
Oh my god.
That was epic. Okay, let's take a break and then we'll recap.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Sad Neil is sad. See you guys in 3
Oh,
minutes.
that was awesome. Whew.